put forward the idea of a social safety net. Remember that? Well, we need to counter this. Nets are very good for catching you when you're falling. But when you're caught in them, it's sometimes very difficult to get out of it. It's sometimes very easy to be trapped. Think of basic income as a foundation, not a net. A floor on which to stand solidly and to be able to reach for the sky. Exploitation. Libertarian economists, political theorists, politicians, who claim that liberty is their driving force, define liberty in a negative sense. In the sense of the absence of constraints, of voluntarism. If you've said yes to some contract, that contract must by definition be a free contract, therefore it must be some act of free will. Well, it's not. The mafia loves to give us options that we can't refuse, to make us offers we can't refuse. The fact that we say yes to them doesn't mean that they were chosen freely. The fact that the Greek government accepted the terms last summer of the Troika does not mean that it was a voluntary transaction. To have a free contract, to have a contract that is signed by both sides, representing and exuding the freedom of both sides, each side must have a capacity to say no. I said that before, I'm saying this once more, in the sense, freedom in action requires a basic income. Finally, again beyond the macroeconomic, a basic income will allow for creative work to replace the kind of routine algorithmic work which is anyway being displaced by artificial intelligence. So if we want to ameliorate for the ill effects of capitalism undermining itself through producing gadgets that itself cannot survive, then we need to create a system whereby society stakes a claim to the returns to aggregate capital, and this claim becomes an income stream that goes to everyone. I don't see why my children and your children have a right to a trust fund, why Paris Hilton has a right to a trust fund when nobody else does, or very few people do. Think of basic income as a trust fund for all our children to be financed by dividends from our aggregate capital, which was, after all, created collectively. Thank you.